Welcome to Thompson Farmstead Adventures. Well, yeah, you're in portrait mode right now because I am showing you guys past videos that I'm bringing forward of all the work we did that we had to go through. Remember I said in my video of the 6 leaks, is this our happy home or the house from hell? Well, there was more leaks to follow, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm bringing forth all the videos in the past which were done in portrait mode, and just hang with me. I'm getting better as I go along. I'm getting more stuff, set up in the YouTube style, but I wanted to show you what we went through and all the stuff that we were doing. Now you're going to go ahead and see video work of 2021, which is towards the beginning of 2021 all the way towards the end of 2021. And the only things I didn't do was the brickwork on the outside of the room, the ceramic tile, the countertops, and the casework, the cabinetry. And that's it. Everything else I took care of, my wife took care of, and I had help, with Matthew or somebody. Larry Wayne Scott, a friend of ours that was out here for a little bit. I'm calling him out because he was here. He did a good job. Anyways, just stick around, and I hope you guys enjoy what I'm trying to put together to show you all of the challenges that we went through and how fast we had to get the stuff done at that point in time. Whew. And there was still more leaks, even though we got new cabinets and stuff in. It's just crazy. So stick around. Good morning, folks. Well, a quick little update. Larry and my wife and I were working on this wall yesterday, and what we're doing is we're taking off the brick. So we're eliminating that door, eliminating that one. That one gets infilled. This one here actually gets opened up all the way to the ceiling. And then we have what they call here, I guess they might call it in California too, I'm not sure, I've never heard it before this way, a butler's pantry. But it's more of a, basically we're just setting it up as a coffee bar. So this little section here will have a wall right there. And then the lower cabinets and upper cabinets will go there, and that's where we'll have our coffee pot and all that, kind of away from the main area. But anyway, so what we're doing here is that we have to open up this section here, which is the pantry, which is only 4 foot by 4 foot, and then turn this area, this whole section, into a walk-in pantry. So we have to take all this brick off, and what we do is we stack it with all the mortar inside and out, and we chisel away at it, and we clean them up to repurpose them so we can use them again on the outside of this wall. And once we take down the interior wall, or open up the interior wall so I can see where I'm at with my studs and my load bearing, because that is a load bearing wall, as you can see this roof pitch here. This lower grade right here, which is about 5 and 12, meets up to the 12 and I believe it's 14 pitch. It's greater than 12. It's greater than 45 degrees. So anyways, the door, the inside door and those 2 windows are going to come forward, and that section turn into pantry and a little more dining area. I'm hoping, though, and I doubt it'll happen, but I'm hoping that I can make the ceiling flush. If I can't, well, then I'll just put a support beam underneath it, which is not going to be too much, because on the inside we have this column that we can go ahead and put the beam, the load bearing on it, and bring it across and put another support on this side for load bearing, and drywall it and go back to life. On the interior, so right now the floors are all torn up and working here and there, and I know I got about 2 different types of boards up there. That's because Home Depot and Lowe's aren't that close, and I had to get that wall done, and the other green board was for the bathroom actually, so that'll have to wait. So this is where I'll put the other post for the beam to come across here. There should be something in there already because this center column here shouldn't have a load bearing to it. So we'll see, we'll find out today. But anyway, so this wall here will get wrapped around. All new cabinets, nice big island. So this is all coming out. Fireplace is coming out and actually putting a fireplace in. That one is considered what they call a ventless fireplace, which means it has no vents. All the carbon monoxide and everything comes inside the house. It's just like it's just a fake fireplace. Not happy with that. You know, you have a battery pack inside the controller below, and you can turn it on by remote control. Almost kind of like lighting a barbecue, really. It's basically all it is. You get in there and go click, click, click on it, and it lights up, and that's it. That's all you got is, you know, it's a gas fireplace, but it's a ventless fireplace. We're going to put a wood burning in. So this is what we're working on. So once we're done putting the block on this, and the same thing over by the furnace area, then we have, I was showing in my first video, part 1, right here. This is how we get into our garage. And as you can see, our garage is getting packed full of stuff. We already have cabinets on pallets that we pulled out of the house from the water damage, which was from PEX pipe leak, pinhole leak in the master bathroom. So I haven't had a bathroom sink since December. And that's also part, that piece right there, that hutch was part of it. And this stuff here came out of the other room. We got a pallet here and another pallet there that came out of the other rooms. We just kind of repurposed some of them, but we're getting all brand new. What we're going to do is we're going to open this area up here, put the driveway in this way, and enclose that section and turn that into an office. And this section right here, I have to right now get everything relocated because the kitchen cabinets will be here in about 3 weeks. I got to relocate the electrical, plumbing, and gas and all that stuff. So we had to pull all the brick off. But this area here, after I get everything relocated, put the panels back on, I'm putting a wall, a door. I put a door here and a door over in that opening over there, and then a wall in between. This will be my area for my water heaters that are up in the attic. And this is going to be for the area of my 2 furnaces that I have. And then I'll just repipe everything. And we got plenty of room after I take all that out to run all the water lines back up and reconnect temporarily because I'm running dedicated lines. So this will work out after I get done with the kitchen portion. You can see we have a pitch. Our pitch is like, well, I think it's almost 14 and 12 really. I think it's greater than 12 and 12. That's about 12 and 12. Anyway, so there's plenty of attic space up there and plenty of room to get all the stuff done. So in about 2 more weeks, I start tearing out the kitchen cabinets. And in about another week, we start pouring the concrete and getting the footings in and all that. How we have the way we get into the garage. Well, we're going to infill that little drive between the 2 buildings and turn that into an office. Well, all that extra brick, plus we have more brick on the side of the shop that was left here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but basically each one of these bricks costs about $1.85, I think, to $2.35, depending on where we get them at. And so far, by us chiseling away, you can see over here we got 4 stacks here, plus there's another stack over there. So once we get done repurposing all this brick, we're looking at putting a pull in over here, and then we can take all that brick and build a nice outdoor kitchen to make everything match with the house. This whole opening I found out afterwards, so we had to make some changes. We weren't able to make this section here part of our dining. So what we did, what I'm doing is changing it out and turning it into basically a back patio, but day room. It's going to be actually part of the house now, so we just gain more square footage. There's a beam that goes across from here, that area, all the way over to this area here. So this at one time was basically an open patio, which was pretty cool when I had this wall down, sitting in there just kind of checking things out, you know, seeing how it looked before they closed it in. But what we did is we went ahead, on the last video it showed how we were taking all the bricks off and repurposing them and all that. Well, there they are. They're all stacked up, ready to go. They're all cleaned up. Small little pile right there. And we're going to have plenty left over for our backyard kitchen and all that when we get ready, because there was a lot more bricks behind the shop that we have on this property. But let me give you a little close look at what needs to be done. Now we're at the stage of putting in a little more trim around the door so I can get that storm door back on, which was in the other video, which is right here. That'll help with water penetrating. The winds and the rain out here actually sometimes goes horizontally. I mean, we can get up to like 50-60 mile an hour winds with rain. And our side door that leads out in front of the garage, I was standing there about a month and a half ago, and I was telling Kim, come here and look at this. Luckily we had the floor torn up, you know, the tile was up already, and the water was coming in. I'm going, holy cow, you know, so I got to put a storm door over there. So there's things that we got to change, you know, and change our way of thinking from the California life to the Oklahoma life, because of the drastic weather that can come around with the freezes, the rain, yeah, of course, tornadoes, stuff like that. But it's definitely different than California, where we can look at a week's weather report and it'll be sunny all week. Here, they'll say the same thing, but all of a sudden you'll get a cloud burst over you or here and there, because the humidity out here builds up these cloud bursts. And all of a sudden it's raining for 20 minutes and then it's gone. And sometimes it'll be a huge downpour. Yesterday, Kim and I were driving to a Mexican restaurant out in Salina, which is right over the Hudson River, 5 minutes away from us. And we noticed over by where Walmart is, off the 69, that there's this huge funnel of rain coming down. Not a tornado, but just this one circular area where the rain was coming in. Anyways, so with all that taken in consideration, we got to look at trying to keep water away from the house, better drainage and stuff, so we don't have any issues down the road, now that we're changing things. And you know, there's a lot more things to look at and deal with, so we're trying to get it all done as fast as we can before winter comes and the more rain. We're good for about maybe 2 weeks to a month from what they're saying. But anyways, here's the interior of what it used to be, what was going to be part of the dining room, because I was gonna open this window and door up and make the dining room bigger, but that didn't happen, because as we started looking at everything up above, this is a major load bearing between the two roofs, so I wasn't going to tackle that. But that butler's pantry I was talking about is right there, and I'll show you our butler's pantry and our kitchen, because well, it's installed finally. Finally got the backsplashes up, the countertops in, finally got the sink in all this week. And there's the opening for the door going from the old pantry, which is a little 4 foot by 4 foot, and the footprint is right here of the new pantry. So basically you'll come in, put some stuff on the shelves that are going to be in there, and then we have this whole area here. So this whole back area is about 11 foot by 18, so we gained about 180-85 square feet to the house footprint. Put of course my air conditioning inside the pantry, and with this being a day room, we're going to have air conditioning and heating in here, a nice ceiling fan, and be able to sit in here in the morning, enjoy our coffees, whatever, and just look out. Unfortunately, because of the shortage of resin out there that's supposed to be coming from China, well, there's a lot of stuff that requires resin, and windows are one of them, and I couldn't find in stock. And of course, we're out in the country, so everything is hard to find out here. A window without the metal grids in it. But I picked this up for 225 bucks and said, you know what? I don't have time to wait until the end of October or the beginning of November to get it, because I got to get this thing done before the rains come. Let me take you inside the house and I'll show you the new kitchen and everything else and all the painting that my wife and I have done. Oh, Kimberly just woke up, but I won't put her on camera.
Who's that?
On this video I'm doing. So here's our kitchen. I'll keep you out of it. She's got bedhead. So that's our stove. This is our refrigerator section, and then our island and all. I did put in a wood burning fireplace. I still need to run the vent pipe up through the roof. The other one was what they call a ventless fireplace. And here's Kim's new desk area and hutch. And this is where all the issues started, right behind that wall in the master bedroom. PEX pipe leak, and kind of got all this stuff going. Got the flooring in here. A lot of painting of the baseboards because we couldn't match that wood color there. And let me get you to that butler's pantry that I was talking about. We have this big old huge cast iron sink, and decided to put this type of faucet in, try to get everything to match with a reverse osmosis or water filtration. That sink weighed about a good 150 pounds. Since I'm still working on the pantry, the floor guy had to stop here. And we still have just a little bit. This is the old color. This is what everything looked like with the trim, that brown, so we had to paint over everything. This was the old pantry color. These came out of the front playroom. That one panel there, as you can see, doesn't have handles on it. That came out of the living room. But here is our new butler's quarters right there where that door used to be, the third door. And so we'll put coffee here, tea, whatever, yada yada, and get that taken care of. I do have a lamp up underneath that I need to find a way to hook up to that switch, because this is a three-way switch for all three doors going to the back patio. So there was a switch here, switch there, and a switch in the master bedroom just to get out those doors to the back patio. So now I gotta retrace everything out and make this an independent switch just for underneath here. And here's our little pantry. And then once I cut out the wall right here, which is that section I just showed you, we'll put up small shelves here in that area, and then fill the rest of the shelves out in the other. So here's right now what we're using for our coffee bar. I cut out the side of the panel and put the light switch here, which goes over, and I still got to relocate those because I have one here, there, and there in a half octagon position, because that's the way they had it, with no cabinet, no storage space at all. It was just basically sink in the middle, dishwasher to the left, ice maker to the right. That was it. But we found these plugs and plates, really nice plates, over there at Lowe's. Pretty much matches and blends in. Got to pick some more of those up today for the coffee bar. And be working on the pot spigot right here too. And then I got to put the hood in. But before I do that, I have to find out where my stud is on my ceiling joist, because this is where the ducting needs to go in up into the attic. So it's kind of a neat idea. I told him I wanted to have access in there, and since I'm 6'2", this is probably about 7 foot maybe to the top of this area, to the cabinet. So Kim's not going to be able to get in there. Unless she has a little step ladder. And we still have to clean the glass. I added lights up here. So I have to clean the cabinets and stuff because I haven't been able to finish off the demo, but we have the lights that go up there. We have under counter lights that I got to put in. These two are done here. I still got to cut these ones down to size and make them fit in there. But this is what we got going on. And then after that, I go out to the back side of this and start working on building. Out there. Start working on the furnace closet / water heater closet. But, you know, a lot of work, a little more detailing. I'm gonna put some tape and caulk and paint so I can make my lines nice and clean, like we did right here. You know, clean her, and then trying to freehand. That way everything's nice and straight. Takes time, but it looks a lot better than what we moved in. So that's the butler's pantry right there with the 2 plugs. You see one here and there. That's what I just showed you where that glass tile is. And there's the opening to the pantry. And we'll be working on it this weekend. Monday we'll be finishing off this whole area and then moving over to the furnace and water heater closet. Normally I'm greeted every morning. There's a paddock here, and then there's a fence line and a paddock over there, both 40 acres. And there's usually about 50 to 60 cows on each paddock. And every once in a while, they'll both group up here in the corner, which is really nice. And listen to the calves and, you know, make their noises and mooing and all that. But they're off in the distance. Anyways, you all have a blessed day. Talk to you later.